I have an interesting story here for you about Jerry Falwell Jr. He's, of course, an evangelical Christian, and he's running Liberty University, which his daddy started. Jerry Falwell, his daddy, was a very prominent right-wing Christian. So Mediaite explains what he did here. One of Donald Trump's surrogates, who is Jerry Falwell Jr., by the way, used his position at a university to force the student paper's editors to cut an article that criticized Trump's so-called locker room talk from the Access Hollywood tapes. The piece, written by Liberty University student and Liberty champion sports editor Joel Schmeig, took the position that talk like Trump's grab him by the pussy remarks are never heard in the locker rooms he's been in. So in stepped this guy, and he's like, yeah, axe in that article. You criticized daddy, so I can't have that. All right, now, first of all, this guy is an evangelical Christian. He's one of the family values guys. He's backing Donald Trump. There's an infamous picture, I think it's of him and a few other people in Trump's office. And, remember, his whole thing is family values, evangelical Christian. He's got his arm around him. Trump's like, giving the thumbs up. What's in the background? Trump's photo shoot on Playboy. He's on, like, the cover of Playboy. Not naked, thank God. Wearing a suit and tie or whatever. So, he doesn't realize, oh, hold on now. This guy appeared in softcore porn in the 90s. He did a cameo appearance in softcore porn. His wife, family values my ass cheeks. She took naked pictures. And now what's he doing? He's pretending like, oh, yeah, I'm on your side, bro. He signed a pledge. Let's crack down on porn. Let's get rid of ban internet porn. Is that even possible? So, the family values guy all of a sudden is like, oh, no, fuck that. For a guy I like, I don't care. Imagine Obama was on the cover of Playboy and appeared in softcore porn and Michelle posed naked. What would they say? They'd say, oh, this is the clearest violation ever of family values, and these guys can't represent America. What are you, crazy? But when it's a Republican, oh, all day. We're on his side no matter what. So that's the first piece of hypocrisy. Donald Trump is a scumbag. He's talking about grabbing him by the pussy and, quote, I don't even wait. So he's consent, schminsen. I don't give a fuck. He talks about cheating on his wife in that. He talks about cheating on his wife. The stuff that these guys say they care the most about. And Jerry Falwell Jr. is like, still my boy. Still my boy. He can violate every single thing that I say I hold dearly as a principle. Still my boy. So massive hypocrite in that sense. But furthermore, guys, he pulled an article that was critical of Trump. Wait, what is that? I hear deafening silence from the free speech crowd. What's going on, man? All the right-wingers who pretend to be so principled, oh, I just care about free speech. I just care about censorship. People need to be able to speak their mind. This fucking politically correct culture. That's exactly what this is. This is right-wing PC outrage. This is social justice warrior censorship from the right. And you have dick to say about it because you don't care about free speech. You don't care about the Constitution. You only care about it when it's you. When it's people who express opinions you disagree with. You know how you know you really found somebody who gives a shit about free speech? When they're willing to openly discuss it and be principled about it and argue for the free speech of somebody who they really and truly despise. So if there's somebody, who's a right-winger, but he says, look, man, I'm against political correctness, I'm against censorship, I'm for free speech. And then that same person says, hey, you know what? We should allow even ultra-conservative, radical Muslim preachers to speak their mind in our country. Well, then that person's principled. Because you're saying, no, it's not just free speech for me when I say offensive things and when I, have opinions that people despise. It's for everybody. So if you're a crazy fundamentalist Muslim and you got things to say, I'm not going to lock you up or kick you out just because you got crazy things to say. Free speech. Free speech. So it's not just for, white, male, Republican, right-wing free speech. It's everybody. Everybody free speech. Some crazy leftist Marxist who wants to argue for equal distribution of all the wealth in society or whatever, no problem. No problem. But see, that's the thing. They're fucking hypocrites, man. How many of these people came out? Free speech, free speech, free speech. How many of them came out and denounced it when different college campuses all around the U.S. decided to label pro-BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, to try to have a free and independent Palestine, when they labeled that hate speech, as many college campuses did, they say, that's anti-Semitism. For you to be against Zionism, and for you to be against the right-wing government of Israel, that's anti-Semitism. You hate all Jews as a result of that. How many people said, whoa, 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 look, I don't even agree with them on BDS. But this is free speech. You're going to fucking label them hate speech and try to censor them? What are you, crazy? None of them said it. None of them said it. None of them said it because they're fucking hypocrites. Look, you want somebody who's going to come out and disagree with PC outrage and social justice warrior censorship from the right or the left, you came to the right place. You go back, I'll send you the segments. People have said, I've never fucking defended on the other side. Oh, yeah? You haven't looked through the SecularTalk search box, have you, bitch? Because you go through that, you find very quickly. We just did a segment a few weeks ago, or last week maybe, of the list of things that they don't want you to say on a college campus. And it's all left-wing shit. Like, the microaggressions and safe space. Oh, you can't say to somebody who's a minority, I have a lot of friends who are X, fill in the blank with what the minority is. Oh, that might be offensive a little bit, maybe, kind of, not really, but who cares? Don't say it. Shut the fuck up. I'm the first one to come out there and say, stop, stop, stop. In an attempt to be a good person, you're being a bad person because you're censoring and you're saying, forget an open exchange of ideas. Same fucking thing here. Somebody criticizes his daddy, Donald Trump. Pull the article. Oh, my God. It's a microaggression against me. And I need a safe space. I need a safe space because I'm triggered. I'm triggered by you disagreeing with my daddy, Donald Trump. And where the fuck are the free speech warriors saying, allow Donald Trump to be criticized? You're nowhere to be found because you're not free speech warriors. You're only free speech warriors when it comes to your offensive speech. When it's somebody else's speech, even if it's reasonable, you go, I don't know, that's different. That's different. That's special. That's something else. Be fucking principled and be fucking consistent. Stand up for free speech across the board. Not just for your team and the people you like. Stand up for free speech for people who speak out against your daddy, Donald Trump. But I'm not going to expect you to do it anymore because the reality is Donald Trump himself is the king of PC outrage, is the king of social justice warrior censorship. How many times have I given you the facts on it? He sued Bill Maher over a fucking joke. Bill Maher, a comedian, in a comedic segment called New Rules, he sued him. He sued The Onion over a satire article. Can you hear my feelings are hurt? I'm a little bitch. Let me censor you by suing you and shutting you up. This is the guy who says, I want to, quote, open up the libel laws to be able to sue the media. That is fundamentally against the heart of the First Amendment. He said that, but still people who pretend to love the First Amendment say, oh, no, Donald Trump, I love him, he's the best. He's the best. He's the best. This is a guy who created a media blacklist to ban people who wrote negative articles about him. And it wasn't even just left-wing outlets on it. It was left-wing, centrist, right-wing. National Review was even on the list. So anybody who disagreed with him, yeah, banned. You don't get press credentials. I'm supposed to believe this guy's president's going to be like, no, now I'm open-minded. Anybody can criticize me. Of course not. He is a whiny little bitch to steal from Bill Maher, but most importantly, he's the PC police. He's the right-wing PC police. He's the censorship brigade, and it's patently obvious, but people don't see it because, hey, he's against the people I don't like when they're dickish, so if I want to use the same goddamn tactics on my side, it's fine. So then at least be honest and say, I'm not principled, I don't care about free speech, because you don't.